Hello and welcome to our product video about UnifiedContacts 3 Edition by Glucania GAB. My name is Thorsten Pickhan and I'm working as a Microsoft UC consultant at Glucania GAB. And with me in the studio is my dear colleague
Jan Petersen, also UC consultant, same company, so same area.
And why we are here?
Yeah, you said it already, UnifiedContacts. We want to talk about it, about our free edition. So let's start with it.
Let's start directly.
So first question, why UnifiedContacts? If you don't know, our generic video about UnifiedContacts and the different options we do have in our portfolio. Just as a summary, we want to have an app where you can easily find your contacts and call them to make it quite easy.
So UnifiedContacts is your companion for Microsoft Teams. If you have a Microsoft Teams phone system deployment, you already know that Microsoft Teams is a good and great tool to collaborate, but here and there it could be challenging to find the right contacts, or if you find the contacts, to select the right number to dial for. For example, if you have a contact with telephone number and office number, it's not so easy to dial explicitly the cell phone number, for example, and here UnifiedContacts can help you.
Absolutely. So, and it's just a central system which just acts with all your contacts from Azure Active Directory and from your Outlook address book.
And it speed ups also the information itself. So when you add a new Outlook contact or update the Outlook contact, perhaps you already know that it can take some minutes, hours. Still the contacts are updated in your Microsoft Teams environment. And here UnifiedContacts helps you too, because we have a direct Graph API call against Azure Active Directory or your Outlook contact folder, and therefore the results are up to date.
That's great. So what about the free version we are talking about today? Yeah, it's a free version. It's free of charge for you, so you don't have any cost, and you can just install and use it and do whatever you want with it.
So it's quite easy to install and use. We'll show you later in a short demo. And yeah, we'll show you the benefits and how to use the different features and functionalities too.
Yeah, about functionalities, where we do have a free version, we do have a pro version, of course. So therefore, a small comparison, what is free, what is not free. So therefore, we do have the Azure AD contact search, we do have the Exchange Online contact search, but we do not have any third-party contact search, for example.
Also, the support is limited. So, of course, we provide some support, but without any SSL. It's more basic support. And we have a free available knowledge base on our website where you can find some articles about known issues or, known issues, known problems, how to solve them with short videos. So take a look on it if you like. And also the option about favorite contact lists is missing in the free edition. But yeah. Still a lot of improvements in comparison to the Microsoft Teams.
Absolutely. So let's start with the basic, I would say.
Yes.
So what's the architecture behind? So we do have a software as a service product in our environment, which is communicating with, or your Teams client is communicating with our software as a service platform. And from there, we do access your Exchange or your Azure AD environment using Azure AD API or Exchange API using Graph.
Important here that the communication between your Microsoft Teams client and our SaaS platform is encrypted, so it's secure. We are using an HTTPS request, and so all the information are encrypted between the client and the platform.
Yeah. So what are the real good benefits from having this infrastructure in place? So you do not need any backend. You can just use this service as a service.
Also, we do not need any super user. So there's no credentials stored in Azure to get the access. There's no managed identity. All the search or the access to your data is in context of your current user.
And as we already said before, the powerful API using Graph, so makes everything high performant and secure.
At the end, as Jan already explained, it's a cloud-only solution. So just add it or search it in the Microsoft Teams App Store, add it, and then you are good to go.
Lovely. So let's talk about specs.
As always, yeah. So some specifications. Which Teams clients we supporting? I would say we support all clients. You can use the Microsoft Teams desktop client. You can use it on Windows, on Apple, but also we're supporting the mobile platform with iOS and Android.
Yeah. So in terms of licensing, of course, main priority for this tool is to search contacts and call them. So you should have Teams Phone add-on license in place, and you should be configured for enterprise voice or for phone system. So otherwise, you are unable to make any phone calls to the external numbers.
As contact database or contact source, we are supporting in the free edition the Azure Active Directory and the Exchange Online or your personal Outlook contacts. And here we can search for contacts.
And the scale, it's enormous, because if you are just 1 or 100,000, it doesn't matter. So we are able to support small numbers of users or a large number of users.
And because UnifiedContacts is provided as SaaS by Glucan and GAB, it's secure. It's out from the Azure tenant, from our Azure tenant. And as we already explained, the data flow is directly between your client and the Azure SaaS platform. And here we are using HTTPS.
And finally, just as a repeater, servers, we do not provide real support services with SLA, so you only get a basic service. If there's a real bug, let us know. We are going to fix it, but without any SLA within the free edition. Of course, knowledge base article will be available or are available, so you can at least get information if something is a known issue.
Perfect. So let's talk about the features and functionalities.
Yeah.
Let's start with how does it look like. So when you open the first time the Unified Contact app itself, when you add it to your Microsoft Teams client, you have this lovely welcome screen we are seeing here in the display. It's very clean and easy to use because you only have the search bar, and then you click on search and you will get a result.
The second time you reopen this app within Teams, if it's today or if it's tomorrow, it doesn't matter. The last search result will show up again. So without searching again, so the last result you will see again.
And as we already explained, the app is working on desktop app, also on the mobile app. It's the same behavior, the same functionality. So very, very good for your end users to understand how the app is working. As a search parameter, you can use the first name, the last name, the company name, department, email domain. So there are different options. When I'm correctly, Microsoft Teams just search for last name and
first name.
First name. And here you already have some benefits because we can search for the company name, for example.
Or even the department, which is quite important.
Yeah.
So let's just talk about the search. So we can search for a whole name or just part of the name or even just a single character. It doesn't matter. So we search in all fields at the same time in parallel. So you will definitely get some results for any search you perform.
Then you can use a copy button we implemented. So for example, if you would like to extract or export just the phone number, you can copy it in the clipboard and use it in another app.
Yeah. And just again, so we are searching always in your personal Outlook, address book, and in the Azure Active Directory.
And of course, if we get a result, a contact where, for example, the phone number or the cell phone number is missing, this field is empty in the result on the result page, but it's still there.
Yeah, cool. So what can we do when we do have found our contact we search for? So first of all, we can start a chat message just pressing the nice button with the bubble.
And here we are using the email address of the contact. So hopefully this contact is already enabled for Microsoft Teams, and then you can just start directly chat with him.
That's nice. And of course, main focus is calling. So you press the call button with the nice headset. You get a drop down for any number if there are multiple numbers within the contact. So if there are two, like in this screenshot, then you have two results. If there are five, you get all five, and you just can select which number you want to call.
Perfect. Then we are also able to write an email directly out from the search result. Here we have the email button, and then your default mail client will open and create a new mail item.
So last but not least, we also have capabilities to initiate a direct video call out of Teams. So if you like, instead of making a phone call, you can even start a video call. And altogether, it's more or less everything what you had in old Skype for Business times, or even older long times where you had it in your contact card already, these 4 options.
Yeah, perfect.
So I think that's the theory. Let's go get it started, how it looks like.
Okay, so demo time. Here you can see my lab environment with Microsoft Teams. I'm using here the web browser edition. As I explained already, it doesn't matter. It is working in the desktop app, but also on the web app from Microsoft Teams. And the first step is to go into the official Microsoft Teams App Store. Open the search, and here you type in Unified. Unified. And of course, you can also add contacts, but as you can see here, we already have, or the system found already UnifiedContacts free edition. You can click on it as a normal user, and then you click on Add, and the app is added to your Microsoft Teams client. As explained earlier, or mentioned earlier, we need some permissions, of course. The SaaS platform will do some Graph API calls against your backend, and here we need permissions to do this. And these permissions could be granted by the user itself in first step. Then this second step is missing, and this is done by the administrator itself. Or you can already do it as an administrator, a global administrator, and then everything is prepared and done for the user itself. In this example, I will do it as a normal user. So Megan will click on Continue. Normally, there should be a window where the permission request is displayed. So you can see here that we grant access to basic information. We accept that one. And then there's an information that there are some additional steps, and these additional steps should be done by the administrator. When I click on Grant, a new web page is opening. Here you can copy the URL and send an email to your IT staff, or send it directly to the Teams administrator. And the Teams administrator will take the link, open it, and then you will see that there are some more permissions, of course, granted to the UnifiedContacts app, so the app is able to search in your Azure Active Directory for the different contacts. Here too, we accept that one, and then it's already done. Now we have to wait a few seconds until the backend is synced and synchronized, so the app is able to search in your Active Directory. I will do, we see that the last step is missing, a backend sync, so we will wait and refresh the page. And here we go. Now we should be able to search for a person. And here we go. I typed in DI, and here you get all the results where DI is included. Of course, in first instance, we found Diego because his first name includes DI. But as you can see here, we also have the goof in the results page. Why? Because director is in the title of the user, and here you can see that we also search in the title of the user. Then we are able to copy the information to the clipboard. We can start a chat message. Of course, Diego needs to be a Microsoft Teams user, so it works. We can start a video call, and we can also click on the handset, and then a menu is open, a drop-down is open, where the different phone numbers are included, and then I can select the phone number I would like to dial. And fourth option, I can click on the email button, and then a new email will be written with my default mail client. When I switch to another app, for example Teams, and go back to my Unified Contact app, the last search results are displayed again. So,
that was easy.
That was very easy.
So, yeah, let's put it together. It's an easy tool. It's free of charge for you. You can just get it, install it, use it. And if you like more, have a look on our Unified Contacts Pro video. Maybe you need some more features, which have all already included in that system, I would say.
Yeah. So that's for now. If you are interested, go to our website, search on our YouTube channel for the other videos, and yeah, hopefully we will see you next time.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.